And now we are going to move into our first speaker segment. And we actually have a dynamic duo as your first speaker segment. You spend most of your life at work, so it makes sense that the quality of your relationships in the workplace has a direct impact on your success and happiness. Studies show that when employees work alongside their friends, they communicate better, collaborate more effectively, and are more committed to their jobs. Time and time again, Gallup research has proven that having strong workplace friendships isn't just a nice to have, it's a key driver of engagement, performance, and even profitability. Employees who have a best friend at work are more likely to get more done in less time, stay with their company longer, and are twice as likely to recommend their organization as a great place to work. The research is clear. Strong relationships lead to greater satisfaction, productivity, and success. But that raises an important question. How do you build these deep, high-energy partnerships in your work life? Our next two speakers have done exactly that. Despite being from two different generations, having different political views, and very different interests, they've built what they call a can-duet partnership, a high-energy, high-impact working relationship that has transformed their success. Together, they have multiplied their income by 3.5 times, impacted 3 times as many people as they did alone, expanded their product offerings, and had 10 times more fun doing it. So how did they do it? And more importantly, how can you build powerful, high-energy partnerships in your own work life? That's exactly what you're going to learn in their talk. Build high-energy can-duet partnerships that change everything. Please join me in welcoming to the stage, likely the first can-duet that you've ever met, Denise Gabel and Isabella Meadows.
Who were you when you were 5 years old?
When I was 5 years old, I showed up married. His name, Dr. Gannon. I met him on my mom's soap opera. We lived in a massive big house on Zimmerman Lane. And my brother and my sister, the butler and the maid. Who were you when you were 5 years old?
When I was 5 years old, I was a successful CEO of an excavation and construction company. I was leading a global team, 2 people strong, myself and my assistant manager, my younger brother. We were a worldwide company, digging holes in my parents' backyard. Who were you when you were 5 years old?
At age 22, I showed up married again to my forever soulmate, Dennis.
At age 22, I stand here before you today, still a successful business owner, still digging in a different way, digging into the power of our mind and helping leaders to unearth the 5-year-old within us that believes you can do anything.
And today I stand before you at age, let's skip that part. I now have a successful career elevated to the C-suite. I am the founder of Can-Doology and the author of the book, The Can-Do Mindset. What did you believe that you could be? Like a pilot?
A paleontologist?
An astronaut driving those cardboard boxes all the way to the moon?
A princess sitting in the shopping cart, your dad pushing you down the aisle as you waved at the cereal boxes from your float.
You see, 5-year-old people are can-doers.
And when we show up as a can-doer, you attract other can-doers. And that is how we build powerful partnerships. Partnerships that reignite and bring out the 5-year-old within us that believes anything is possible. And together, we are living proof of that.
We created a can-duet, a powerful, high-energy relationship focused on what's possible and doing.
What is possible? when you work with someone who stretches you to continually grow.
And what's possible when you work with someone who's willing to experiment?
What is truly possible when you work with someone who sees and reminds you of your infinite potential within, your gifts and your strengths, especially on those days of doubt? What would a can-do-it do for you? What would a can-do-it? How would it reignite the 5-year-old within you who believes anything is possible?
Here's how we did it, and you can do it too. Step 1, fire your own ego. Step 2, be, say, and do. Step 3, shift from me to we. Let's go deeper. Step 1, this is what firing your ego can look like.
Picture this. You've just started working with a new work colleague, and you go on your first work trip together. You show up to the hotel, and your new colleague is carrying a brown paper bag. And what does she take out of that brown paper bag? 2 ears of raw corn, so you could eat it together. What would you do? Would you eat the raw corn in a hotel room with a person that you've just started working with?
With no ego, I ate it. I had a mess in my teeth and the room was unbelievably messy. But I really believed that the partnership means more than my ego. Would you, on a Saturday night, call a 22-year-old and ask if they could grab their bingo dauber to head down to bingo with 100 people that are likely, well, their senior?
Putting my ego aside, I went. I didn't win, but I went because our partnership was more important than my ego.
And that is how we channel our 5-year-old, that little person who doesn't really have an ego.
The one who asks, will you dream with me? Will you join me?
That's how we fire our own ego. Step 2, be, say, and do. We need to build trust with each other immediately.
Be who you really are. Say what you're going to do and then do it. What can you do to demonstrate your reliability? Show up when you say you're going to. Follow through on the promises and the commitments that you make.
And play nice. Meet those deadlines. That's how we build trust. And the final step, step 3, we're going to shift from me to we.
We is greater than just 2 parts added together. It's when the new whole is greater than the sum total of 2 parts.
And that is the power when we co-create something together. That's when we decide together.
It's like mixing yellow paint with blue paint. You mix it together and suddenly it's no longer just 2 individual parts put together. It's a new whole. It's solid green.
And that is how we shift from me to we.
And there you have it, your 3 steps to build a powerful high-energy can-do-it. We are telling what could be your story. We are celebrating what could be your success. You have 2 days, 2,400 people. If you feel drawn to someone, that just might be your can-do-it.
And how would you start that conversation? Something like, what did you want to be when you were 5 years old? Go forth and create here today. Get started on your can-do-it.
Give it up for Denise, Gabel, and Isabella Meadows. Thank you very much. So one of the ways that you can celebrate and thank our speakers today, how many of you are familiar with Talkadot? Have you given feedback to a speaker before? If you could, please just take out your phone and scan the QR code that's on the screen right here. This is such a great way that you can give a huge thank you to all of our speakers. And they will actually take this feedback into consideration. If you want to connect with them, you'll have an opportunity to provide your info so they can follow up with you later. So while you're doing that, I'm just going to ask you guys a few questions.
Ready?
Yeah. So what advice do you have for meeting professionals who would like to have more of that can-do-it energy with their teams that they work with on a regular basis?
It's a good question. 3 things. 1, you show up as a can-doer. 2, celebrate the other people who showed up as a can-doer. And 3, if and when you have Eeyore, you must move them up or out very quickly before they contaminate your can-do environment.
Oh,
That's what happens.
yeah.
So we have to move quickly.
And so when the two of you started working together, you multiplied your income by over 3 times. What's the secret of that?
2 words: coaching and encouragement. When you show up and create an environment where you can bring forth the thoughts that are really going through your mind and you can share those with each other, you will realize things about yourself that you didn't even realize before, and it will push you and challenge you and stretch you to be even better. And the second word, encouragement. On those days when you're having doubt, be that person for the other person that brings out their best, that reminds them of what they're capable of. And structurally, when 2 posts are leaning against each other, it's stronger than 2 posts trying to ride through the storms of life on their own. And so when we get to lean against someone, we're stronger and we're better for it.
Ooh, good stuff. Thank you so much. Let's give it up one more time for Denise, Gabel, and Isabella Meadows.
Thank you.
I'm better, so much better now.